Hi guys, I am Max. Today in this video I will tell you about the 5 tips for our new teachers. They are new in a teaching career. So let's start. Tip number 1. Believe in yourself and believe in your students. You may make mistakes at first, but you have to believe in your ability to recover and move forward. Don't let a few mistakes derail you from a wonderful career. It's just as important to believe in your students and expect the best from them. Create a caring classroom where bullying is not tolerated and students know that you will hold them to high standards of behavior and academic success. Tip number 2. Know that you are not alone. If you don't have a mentor or your assigned mentor is not that helpful, find a new one. Believe me, schools are full of caring people. How would go into a profession where you have to work so hard for so little pay? If they didn't care, they care also great internet decision group and other communicators that can help you and support you. Tips number 3. Be friendly with your students, but don't try to befriend them. I had a really hard time with this one because I never liked authority, bit surprised, and felt that I should listen to my students' opinions. But I learned that whether I liked it or not, I was the authority in the classroom and I needed to take charge. That didn't mean being a dictator, but it did mean sometimes making decisions that were not popular with my kids. So be open to your students' suggestions as long as they express them in a respectful manner. But never hesitate to make decisions that you feel are best. Tip number 4. Tip number 4 is remember that being fair doesn't always mean treating every student exactly the same. I really had a lot of trouble with this one too. My students quickly figured out that the best way to get through me was to say that's not fair. Then they would very clearly point out how unfair it was, and being a fair-minded person, I would try to listen and try to explain why I was being fair. Big mistake. I finally learned to say I try to treat everyone in a fair manner. But if you don't agree with me, why doesn't you write me a letter and tell me why you don't think it's fair? It's diffused the issue and let me retain control of the situation. It also gave them a chance to write down that they didn't think was fair. If I later realized that I was at fault, I apologized and we worked it out. Next and very important, our last tip, that is plan. Plan is very important in our teaching field. I tell you about that my first year teaching. I planned everything. I said and did my great care. Sometimes even writing out a script for how I wanted to explain a science experiment or teach a lesson. I had my materials ready the night before. My activity pages were duplicated and ready to go. And it worked. The minutes you have to go scrambling through your cabinets for material, you lose your students' attention as well as valuable class time. Planning gets easier as time goes on, but it's still an important. Even if you have been teaching many years, so this is very easy for you.